sports. It's in the game.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like whoa, reaping what I sow, harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a G, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize, I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in disguise. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a G, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it. Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go. Yeah. Shooting star, yeah. All over the globe. Hard work.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us down south to Mercedes-Benz Stadium on the west side of downtown Atlanta. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go here in Atlanta. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Mooney in motion. They're going to go play action with Penix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
First and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Robinson. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Here's Penix. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
He was trying to get it to Jonathan Brooks out of the backfield. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
They send Jackson, the tight end, in motion. Another run here for Robinson. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's third down. From the gun on third down. Here, this one intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They run over center with Robinson. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run. Gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on third down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Atlanta.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
You'll get this to Pitts once more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. That one good for 29.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. The Panthers off to the early advantage. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. From the gun, it's Penix. Now he'll run.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, Penix. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going up top. That is Hart. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this one all the way. 91 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Moody's extra point is good. Panthers are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Penix on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They'll try to throw it with Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. He's got space inside the 25. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. 39 yards. They'll throw it to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And the Panthers are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a 1st down. Motion man sent right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go once more with Brooks. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's good for a Panther 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Moving the tight end right. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. What a move! He's in! Touchdown, Panthers! This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here is Penix. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Here's the punter now. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Another try with Brooks. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. So we are at halftime, and the visiting Panthers are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Here's 2nd and 9. Pressure too much, and he goes down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Penix. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything, but at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
Open man is Mooney. He's got it. They get 19 on that pass play. It's good for a Falcon first down. To throw is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Penix going to throw again. Short throw taken by Pitts. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Penix. He gets it to Samuel, left side. Third down, 3 to go. Throwing again, it's Penix. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons are able to cut into the deficit. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. They'll look to throw yet again. That's taken it. It's Xavier Legette. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. No handoff. He'll keep it himself. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
And he'll give it up on the pitch. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. The ball inches from the goal line. 3rd and goal. Now this looks like a design run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the Panthers stretch things out even further. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD.
Makes the score Panthers 45, Falcons 7. Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Give, and here comes Robinson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Penix. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by the rookie from Colorado. 22 yards, the pickup there. It's a Carolina first down.
First down, Carolina.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
And the Panther first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll throw out of the gun. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he'll be taken down.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Here's a designed run. And he will score again. Touchdown, Panthers. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. He's got 19 on the year. Moody's extra point is good. Panthers add on to their already sizable lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Robinson. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.